Hey, my Padawans. Happy Saturday morning. How you guys doing? What's going on? So I'm doing a movie review today. I don't do a lot of movie reviews. Well, I did the one for Superman, and you know what I thought about Superman. This is Happy Gilmore 2, 30 years later, directed by Kyle Newcheck. He's the director. Written by Adam Sandler, of course. It's a Happy Gilmore production. Now this is one of those straight to video movies. Absolutely hate straight to video. We used to call it straight to video because these movies weren't released at the movie theater. And so I did watch it on Netflix, I guess for free, so I didn't have to go to the movies and spend a lot of money. But I would have rather seen a theatrical release, okay? The movie is, obviously, if you're watching this review, you saw the original one from the 90s, so it's been like 30 years. Adam Sandler, just like a regular guy, and he gets into golfing and he becomes a pro by accident. And we all know about the fight he had with Bob Barker, and it was amazing, right? The first one was hilarious. So in this movie you have like 20 cameos, a huge cast. Unfortunately, you do have Bad Bunny in this movie, which I'm not a fan of his music, and I'm not. But I like it because he played a different role. He's playing like a caddy or something. He was. And then you also have a cameo by Eminem. That was very funny. You have John Daly in here. You got Haley Joel Osment, right? The kid from the Sixth Sense. But he's all grown up and he looks weird. He's in this movie. You got Christopher McDonald. His character is incredible. He comes back, as an older guy. He's sort of crazy, And then you got Ben Stiller as the Alcoholic Anonymous, representative, and he's, he has these weird tactics where, I don't want to. Okay, look. Part of doing a movie review, and I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I did take a lot of directing and acting classes. Part of reviewing a movie is not just retelling what happened, okay? And I am criticizing Jason Callan because I told Jason Callan, hey, I don't like live reviews. I know he does live reviews. I don't understand how that works. But part of having to do a review is talking about the acting, the directing, the special effects, if there's any special effects, the cinematography, the editing, the overall feel of the movie. If it's a comedy, it's supposed to make you laugh, right? If it's a horror, it's supposed to scare you. So I'm not going to be telling you the entire movie like from start to finish, like, hey, this is what happened at the beginning, and this is what happened next, and this is what happened here, and this is what happened. That's not a movie review. That's a retelling of the story. I wanted to do a review with Jason Callan, but I guess we just haven't got to it. But this movie also starts Adam Sandler's wife and two of his daughters, Sonny Sandler, Sadie Sandler, and his wife, Jackie Sandler. And then you have a cameo by Kevin Nealon, the SNL. Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider, a few spoilers. Rob Schneider does come on and say, you can do it. It's incredible. So what I can tell you about this movie, that it's magical. It's well written. It's well directed. It's absolutely hilarious and funny. For being straight to video, it's incredible. And I've always been a fan of Adam Sandler. If you guys don't know, he has the same birthday that I do, September 9th. We are Virgos, and we are both alcoholics, okay? So the meaning of this film, because when an artist is trying to, when he does comedy, is sort of dark, you know. He's Adam Sandler's telling you a couple of things, and this is what I'm going to tell you. He got bored of golf. I don't know anything about golf. I never played golf. The only time I played golf was mini golf at the Family Fun Center with Mario over there on L Street, and that's all I know about golf. Okay, I know it's an expensive sport, but I did work. You guys, I know you guys are not going to believe this. I did work for Cobra Golf Club Company, and I used to make golf clubs. This was back in the night. I worked for about 2 years making Cobra, cutting graphite for making the golf clubs at this facility in Mira Mesa. So I have worked in the golf community. You know, I did work. Making those sort of it was a factory. I was in charge of cutting the graphite paper so they can turn it into the clubs, you know. So it's just a backstory. It has nothing to do with the review. But what I'm saying is I never played golf. It's too expensive, you know. The shoes, the equipment, all that is, you know, it's so expensive. What Adam Sandler is trying to tell you here is that he got bored of golfing. He started to hate golf over the years, over the last 30 years. That's one thing he tried to tell you. You know, you got the old guys, the old golfers. Now you bring in the new team, the maxi golfers. He's also trying to tell you that he's an alcoholic and he lost interest in golfing and in a lot of things. And he is an alcoholic. It's in a comedic way, he's telling you, hey, I'm admitting this. I got bored of golfing. I'd rather play basketball. I'm an alcoholic, and I have family problems. He's a normal guy like everybody, all right? And what he's trying to do here is make golf more interesting. That's why he included basically the maxi team, the maxi golf course is mini golf, you know? I got cut off here for a little bit. But so basically what he's trying to tell you is, you know, this maxi team is full of energy, very, you know, Mad Max, Beyond Thunderdome, very fun. You know, let's make golf fun again, right? Let's make golf great again. And this is what he's showing in the movie, that he needed a restart, a reboost, an interest in the sport. Because when you're an alcoholic, you kind of have no interest in a lot of things. You lose interest, you get depressed. And the movie does show that it starts off that way. But then he becomes a pro golfer again, and it becomes really funny, really, it's all over the place. Okay, the character of Christopher McDonald is hilarious. You know, he gets out of the asylum, and he gets back into training, and he's the leader of Adam's team, like the old guys, the classic, you know. I'm trying not to tell you a lot of the story, but I will say one thing that I didn't like about the movie was the beginning. Okay, this is, he kills his wife with a golf ball, okay, and she dies, she gets hit in the head, and she dies at the very start of the movie. I hate that. You know, they did that in Alien 3, right? And everybody hated Alien 3 because at the beginning they killed Newt and Hicks, right? And I was like, what the hell? This is supposed to be a sequel to Aliens. And if you make a sequel and you kill a character like that, that's kind of a bummer. But I understand, you know, he wanted to get the wife out of the way and include his sons and his daughter. His sons are hilarious. Like, just the way, you know, they interact, the way they act, they seem like professionals, and these are like young kids. His children are funny as hell. The guy in the garage, living in the garage, I can't remember his name. I think it's John Daly, maybe. And the performance by Haley Joel Osment is hilarious because I always saw him as a serious actor, but he's really, really funny in this movie. Uh, the only thing that I hated about this movie was Bad Bunny, uh, and all the Hispanic jokes and the like the guy from SNL, that guy. I forget his name. He's the Mexican guy on SNL, Martito Rubio, whatever. I don't know what his name is. He makes a couple of jokes, and that was kind of lame. I'm just not a fan of Bad Bunny, and he's basically a co-star in the movie. But I let it go. Okay, I let that go. So this movie, I don't make a lot of reviews, and I did make that review of Superman, which was totally silent, absolutely silent. But I'm not staying silent for Happy Gilmore 2. It's funny. It has new ideas. It's creative. It's energetic. Okay, it's the Twilight Zone of golf. It's like you're living in a dream. And the whole golf course with the maxi team, and having at the end they have this thing that turns. Like, it's just hilarious. And I will say they had AI at the end. They had the AI up in the sky of Bob Barker saying hello, and like the old lady or something. I can't remember all the name of the people, but they had like 3 or 4 people that have passed away. And at the end, he looks up in the sky and he sees Bob Barker. And obviously, it's artificial intelligence, all right? So this movie, I'm gonna give it. I mean, I know a lot of people hate Adam Sandler. I don't know why. I think he's genius, but I'm gonna give this movie. And I'm not gonna do the 10 out of 10 whatever. I'm just gonna do 5 stars out of 5. Okay, it's a 2 thumbs up. 5 out of 5, 2 thumbs up. Hilarious. And if you can see it for free on Netflix, please watch it. I know a lot of people disagree with me when it comes to movies. A lot of people are upset at me because I don't like the new Superman. I hate the new Superman with absolute passion. But I won't say too much about it. So Happy Gilmore 2, fantastic film. Funny as fuck. Go check it out. May the force be with you. Bye.